It has been a long time. Hello guys, let me just clean my glasses, otherwise I won't be able to see what's going on. It's been so long. I've gone getting, yeah, I need to wear my glasses, otherwise I can't see shit that's happening. Just 2 seconds, I forgot to clean them. Oh, that's better. Let me pause this here so I don't get watch feedback. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Let's get some feedback here. Change that. Yeah. Please let me know if you can hear me, guys, and if the quality of everything is okay. Where are you? Let me check this here. Okay. Loud and clear, and it's all focused. I'm not looking like a big teddy bear or anything like that. No, it's going out of focus. Let's go back. Let's go back. That should. Man, come on, move across, you stupid shit. There, that should be lacquer clear. Yeah, guys, sorry. It's been a hell of a long time since we last did a live feed. So many things happening at Vape and in and around Vape and VapeCon and all of those things. So it's nice to be back, especially because I've got some nice things I want to show you tonight. It's just going to be a hello, how are you again? We can talk some shit, you can ask some questions. So it's not going to be a hell of a long one. I am, however, going to give away 180 ml bottle of 3 milligram milk. So the key word tonight is the word milk, M-E-L-K. Please use it, and then at the end of the night I'll do a random draw and we'll send somebody a 180 ml bottle of milk. So, but let me see who's here. Julian, how's it? Kishan, how's it? Hardest for freaking lucky, he just won himself a vicious ant in the waffle that we had in the Vape community. Congratulations. Treshan, my main man from the UK. Irfan, how's it? Sarushan, Rafiq, yeah, everybody. Hello everybody. Okay, so it looks like everything's working 100%. Remember the word milk. Hannes Burger, hello. I apologize again for taking such a long time to do this. I actually had to clean the dust off the camera and get the microphone working all lacquer. So, I've got a couple of new things in the shop. Obviously, let me give you some news. Vape second store has opened in Kloof, and it is doing really well. I'm pleasantly surprised. The Kloof Highway, Pinetown area is supporting it, which is lacquer. So if you're ever in that area, pop in. James, my other mini-me, apart from a bra, is in the shop, and he'll help you and sort you out 100%. And just let me know if something happens with the sound or the thing. The internet was playing up today, but I hope it's okay. Hello, Mr. Fisher. How are you? Okay, we've got some new things that came into the shop. Okay, where should I start first? Let's start with this topside. Okay, made by Dovepo, which is a squonker. You know me, I'm bonkers for squonkers. I'm looking currently in front of me, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 squonkers sitting in front of me. If you don't believe me, I'm actually going to show you. There's number 1. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, my new pride and joy, and then what we're talking about tonight. So you can see I've got a shitload of squonkers, and I am bonkers for squonkers. All of them are mechanical, except for the one that I'm using tonight, and I've only got one that's got a MOSFET, which is my new baby from CLZ. How's that? It doesn't even do it justice. Let me try and see if I can zoom in on this, just so that you can have a good look. How nice is that? Check at that, looks like dragon skin. the lovely thing also, if you can see the bottle at the bottom here, is that when you turn this, so that when you're putting in your bag, see this? So your squonker bottle can't turn. How clever is that? Well, let me turn it back the wrong way. Yeah, now I pushed it in too far. Okay, I'll have to turn that. Oh. Gonna end up breaking the thing, Nana. Just hold on, let me just put this out. Yeah, man, there you go. Tune in, tune in, tune in. Okay, yeah, this is worrying me now. There you are. Get that in nicely. Have a squonk. Okay, let's get going. Oopsie. The top side arrived. You know, as I said, I'm a mechanical guy. Very seldom will I pick up a regulated squonker. And I've played with the pulses and I've played with the Ohm Boys and whatever. But this one actually caught my attention, and because of it being different. The biggest problem with squonking, in my opinion, and somebody's more than likely going to type it there, is filling up your bottles. You can see that this is a squonker designed by somebody who's passionate about vaping, but also hurtful with having to fill a bottle. Okay, it's a regulated device. It goes up to 90 watts. We've currently only got the, just remember guys, I stock these products, it's just my opinions on them. I'm not going to give them ratings because everybody's been bitching and moaning and says, how can you voice your opinion on something that you sell? Obviously you want to sell the thing, so you're going to give it a higher rating than you should. It's not me. It's a friggin' awesome squonker. Sorry, my dogs are going off. It's 90 watt squonker. Can take a 18650 battery, 2700 or 21700. I've currently got a 21700 battery in here. The beautiful thing about this, yeah, it's quite big if you compare it to, let's say, that, okay, which is a 18650 mechanical squonker, okay, 25 millimeter RDAs fit perfectly on it, okay. It has got onboard USB charging. I don't know the capacity of the bottle. Let me just check here quickly. 10 mils of e-juice. So this is like a squonker that you have for long trips. Okay, so it holds 10 mils of e-juice. Okay, the biggest problem, as I said earlier, is filling up. Is to fill up the bottle, because you get juice all over your hands. Some of them you can top full, but that's also a mission, because you've got to turn upside down, squeeze the bottle, turn it upright, let it vacuum seal, vacuum suck it in. Where this one is totally different is that this top cap unscrews. It's spring loaded. It pops out. It's got these rubber seals on it there that block off the holes. And then I'm going to hold it like that because it is full. You see those two little chambers? I've got nothing to point with. You see these two little chambers over here? You grab your e-juice. What I've got in here is Jam Monster, and put it in the hole, and you fill your juice bottle up. And it takes a shitload of juice to fill it up. Filled up with 10 mils of e-juice, you pop that back on, push the spring down, and twist. All sorted. No juice in my fingers whatsoever. Okay. You can take the bottle out if you want. That just pops off the bottom. Your battery will come out, and you start your bottle out. Just one thing which we've picked up, and I know there are videos out at Mark Vapes did it. If you buy one of these, okay, just be careful. Is that they haven't cut those who know squonkers, they have not cut the tube on batch number 1 at an angle. So when you try to squeeze it, because the tube's sitting on the bottom, it won't suck any juice. So just there's two little screws. I did do a video on it on my Facebook page today. Two little screws that you take out here, pull it out, cut the bottom of the tube at the bottom at an angle, and then you A4 away. Now if you want to put it back in, you put the squonk side back, that slides in, locks in place, Put your battery in, positive up, yeah, and you're A4 away. Power, it's I would say it's a true 80 watts in power. I'm vaping at 80 watts here now. These are two fairly large aliens in here. It's fairly ergonomic. Yes, I've got big hands, so it is fairly ergonomic in the hand. It's comfortable in the hand. Ideal for squonking. Okay, so you've got a big finger there. The nice thing with this bottle is I don't think it was designed that way, I just worked it out. This T here on the bottle, if you hit your finger right there, it's perfect for squonking. It just gives so nicely at that T. What can I say? It doesn't do temperature sensing, temperature control, although there is evidently a firmware update for it. You can put a small ATI on here, a big ATI. Battery life seems to be quite good. I've been vaping on this for a couple of hours now, and I still haven't gone off full battery. So battery life is still fairly good, I would say. Hits fairly hard, yeah. So overall, really good squonk, especially for people that are doing a lot of traveling and you don't want to have to fill up bottles. 10 mils of e-juice is going to last you a long time. Ooh. I still like Jam Monster Strawberry. Such a good juice. So that's item number 1 for tonight. Pleasantly surprised with it. Is it better than a Pulse? From a convenience perspective, I would say yes. Takes the same size batteries, so your battery life is pretty much the same. Does it hit as hard as a Pulse? Probably not. It's probably 2-3 watts underpowered, 2-3 watts underpowered compared to a Pulse at similar wattages. But from a convenience perspective, no frills, no fuss on filling e-juice. Really, really good. And the bonus is it comes with 2 of these whole contraptions, and the one's got a lid on it, so you can carry another 10ml bottle of juice, and it's just pull out a cartridge, shove the other cartridge in, and you're A4 away. So for those guys who do a lot of traveling, ideal to have in the car. Or people like Rob Fisher because it's not that expensive. Those who go fishing or going to go down to the beach for the day, you only want to take one bottle, you don't want to carry a whole lot of bottles of juice. 10 mils will suit you fine. Sound is very low, Craigie. Must I turn the sound up? Or am I not too far from the microphone? Is the sound still weak, guys, or must I turn it up? Let me know, because I can turn it up. Please let me know if I need to turn the sound up. Hello. I'll just turn it up. Okay, let me just turn it up. Main microphone settings. Advanced audio. Main mic. Let's go to 250%. Close. Is that better, guys? Can you hear me now? Is that much better? Should be able to hear me better now. Cool beans. Perfect. Okay, you've got it lacquer. So that's the top side. A TVC creation designed by Vapor Chronicles. So obviously you can see it's a guy who's passionate about vaping and has really put some thought into the way it was designed. So that's something that's new. Something that just arrived in the shop. Now this, as far as I'm aware, I didn't physically watch the politics, but evidently this next thing I'm going to show you caused a bit of politics in the vaping community, and it was the Poms versus the Americans. Okay, the FPRTA. Now TVP is the Vaping Postman, which is also a reviewer, and evidently there was a big go between what's that Popol's name, the one that that disc Kazor. What is his name now? Come on, someone help me. What is his name? Yeah, what is his name? Jay Hayes, yes. The fucktard from America. And yeah, if he wants to send his cronies to come fuck me up, then he must come. Absolute idiot as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, so you can see it's a massive box. Okay, it's a hell of a big box that they're going to send you, but it's a hell of a big tank. I haven't done the measurements on this, but that's what it looks like. Let me zoom in on this. Get a bit closer. Just hold on. I'm zooming in the camera. You can see there. The quality, the quality of the machining is really nice. Now, this is a steam crave, okay, which is a 30 millimeter. So this is like 28 millimeters. So I haven't got my vernier here. It's probably 28 millimeter RTA. Let me get a photograph up of it so you can see better. Where did I put that photograph? There. That's what the bull deck looks like. Okay. Now the bull deck looks very familiar. This looks like a Carlin. You know, those who ever had a Carlin, or Carlin Mini, but it's a big version of it. So the deck is nothing that's new. I have not even tried it. I'm just showing you what's arrived in the shop. So that we've got something to talk about, so I don't sit here with my ugly face the whole night. But what comes in the box? So you obviously get this the full setup. In the box you also get a nice clear 810 drip tip. You get a spare glass and a spare bubble glass, and then a whole lot of spares. What I do like is the airflow. This has got some serious airflow. But the way that they cut the airflow is quite ingenious. It's got like a step down, these steps, which is nice. And you can really crank it down to, let me see how tight this goes with no coils in. Yo. With this thing just open, you could almost do a mouth to lung on such a big RTA. I'll actually put this together later on and I'll post some photographs, because it's got quite the deck is massive, lots of space. I think this thing's going to wick really nicely, and the airflow, that honeycomb airflow, I'm always a big lover of this honeycomb airflow. I just wish more and more of these small little 22 millimeter RDAs would, I know it's because the machining on this on 22 millimeter RDAs is quite hard, but to use this honeycomb, I really love honeycomb airflow. It just dissipates the air so nicely over the coil. So yeah, I'm going to give that a try. So we've got those in stock, which is nice knurling drip tip, and this knurling around the center chamber. Lots of writing all over the place. It's really nice. Top full. So yeah, no, really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna give that. I'll do a little set of pictures and give you my opinions on it once I've built it, because it only just arrived in the shop before I left. So that's another thing. Time for a vape on my baby. Let's see. Before I get to the next person, let's just check if there's any questions so that I can maybe answer some questions quickly in between. Let me just move that out the way. Tabit says, have you had any leaking issues with the squonk bottle? And I'm assuming the squonk bottle on the TV on the top side. I did have a little bit of leaking in when I first opened it up, because I didn't realize that pipe wasn't cut. So I was trying to figure out why, and I forced it, and I forced that bottle, and it did squirt some liquid out, because it had to go somewhere, and a little bit of liquid came out with pressure and got behind. But apart from that, nothing, no leaking whatsoever with the squonk bottle. Sarushan says, any news info on the draft bill? They have petitioned and they have sent all the necessary papers and everything off to Parliament. As you know, we're gearing up for an election, and I might be talking out of turn, but I think that the Minister of Health is backtracking slightly. I think he realizes that he has used some inaccurate figures, etc. And I think they're trying to find a way for him to backtrack where he doesn't look like an absolute idiot. Look, I don't think we're going to win the war, but we will win some of the battles. I think vaping's around to stay, based on, the thing that we've got to remember is that South Africa, we tend to follow European law more, or we follow European British law, and we don't follow American law, purely because in America they have 3 different sets of law. They have state law, they have state law, they have, there's 3 sets of laws. They have county law, and there's another set, and every single solitary state, federal law, state law, and county law, every single solitary county has a different legislation to the county next door compared to the state, compared to so it's an absolute shambles in America. Too many cooks in the kitchen. And South Africa just is, unfortunately, the lawmakers in South Africa are, and they don't know how to adapt that type of stuff, so they tend to look to European law, and European law, Australian law, that is very, it's a one standard. So I think the scenario is that we're going to win most of the war, but there are some parts of the battles, some battles we're going to lose along the way. But yeah, we're moving in the right direction. I know that the Vapor Product Association are busy doing road shows. I know they contacted me the other day about setting up a meeting in Durban with the vape shops, but they haven't come back to me on a date and a time. So they are busy talking to the powers that be, and they will be talking to the vape shops. You can obviously see that they are putting news articles out. There's lots of stuff on Facebook. So share, if you see Vapor Product Association posts being posted on Facebook, share those things, because that's all stuff that we need to be sharing. Yeah, but we were slowly winning the battle. Dreshen, I don't know what FP stands for, so please enlighten me. Ryan asks, best RTA for flavor currently. I would be lying through my teeth, Ryan. I have not used an RTA since the last show. I'm only using 22mm, 24mm squonkers. I haven't used an RTA, so I can't even give you my opinion on it. You can't go wrong with the old one, or I still won't go wrong with the old ones, the Aqua Reboot, the Reload RTA, the Blitzen, the Manta. Those are all good RTAs. I haven't played with any, to be honest with you, and I know I'm bad, I'm naughty, I haven't played with him, but yeah, as we get going with the show, I'll have to obviously do some of that. Kishan, no, it was a pleasure, buddy. Sorry we couldn't sort it out. It was just one of those ones that I was hoping that it wasn't, that was broken. If we'd had that piece, we would have sorted out for you there and then. I'm sorry, but I'm glad that they are sending you a new door. The fog vlog. It's unclear at this point, but the VPA will do a video with us about the next steps, so look out for that. Yeah, I know they are going to be doing, I know they've asked for interviews with me and a couple of other guys. So yeah, you will obviously see that. just remember, I say again, if you see stuff being posted from the VPA, share that as much as possible. And just remember, the Facebook's algorithms only allow X percentage of people to view your post. So the more of us sharing it, the more people see it. How's it, Risky? Greece has lumped tobacco and vape products under the same umbrella as well. Yeah, but all of those guys are busy moving away from it. You see now Australia is busy looking at changing their legislation. New Zealand already has. Philippines is busy looking at it as well. There's a whole lot of guys looking at it. Fucking pig, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I don't know what that means, but this is what Jay Hayes said. Fog flop. Okay, don't understand what's going on there, but yeah. Fuck pig, sorry, swear. Let me show that. Where did Dresden put it? Okay, your swearing was blocked out. That's why the vlog got it. Okay. Best 22mm RDA currently. Then I've got the recurve. Anything dethroned it yet? I can look at this from two aspects, because there's high-end gear and then there's what the average vape, and there's no right or wrong way to say that. There's obviously people who can afford to spend a couple of thousand on the RDA, and there's people who want to spend $400-500 on an RDA. I still, and you can see which RDA is on my new baby. This is the, if you can get, I'm so trying to still get my hands on some more of these. The little Castle RDA is, I still rate this thing as probably my best RDA ever. It was like $500 RDA. And that's for me. The flavor on this little baby, it looks like a old granny salt pepper, but it's just the flavor that I get off this. And I think it's because of how concave this top cap is. It's just epic, and it's, for me, that suits me. So, you know, from a cost perspective, I would say the Castle and the Recurve would probably be right up there for my cost-effective RDAs. Then when you go across to the other tangent, from the high-end OATX from Otis, absolutely amazing RDA. The airflow in this is so smooth, which none of these other RDAs can give you. Flavors also on point. So yeah, I know we are looking at getting an RDA that old Mark Todd has just reviewed currently, called the C-Roll, which is a cost-effective RDA, which we are waiting for to arrive. Which I think that's gonna probably outshine the Castle. But you can't go wrong with a little Recurve, a Castle. Yeah, those are all good little RDAs. Yeah. Thoughts on the drop dead RDA? Honestly, yeah, it's average in my opinion. It's average. Some people rave about it. You know, you must remember, these are my opinions. Okay, we sell the drop dead RDA. I got a lot of guys that rave about it. Me personally, and you must remember, that's the thing about vaping, and I've said this in every single solitary show, is that for what's good for me is not necessarily good for you. You know, I'm still giving you my thoughts and feelings on it. Okay. I've had a lot of guys love the drop dead RDA. Me, I found it average. Yeah. Anytime, Kishan. Yeah, Julian, it's exactly what Julian says. Everybody's different. You know what I mean? People like, I got a couple of people say to me, How can you put a 500 Rand RDA on a couple of thousand Rand mod? And what works for you is what works for you. I know guys who've got 10,000 Rand mods, who've got a 400 Rand RTA on it. It's what's good for you is good for you. You must never ever let anybody judge you the way with your vaping experience. That's the beautiful thing about vaping, is that there's no one person who gets the same out of the same device. You know, they're going to get different flavor notes because it's your tongue at the end of the day. Everybody's taste buds are different. There's no two people that are exactly the same. One person might vape at 30 watts, other one person might vape at 100 watts. So you must go with what you feel. We can obviously say, yeah, that's a really shit, stay away from it, or that's really good, you know, have a go at that, and we'll try to help you along those lines. But you know, at the end of the day, what's good for you is good for you. Dresden, I tried the Haku Vienna and I was really disappointed in it, to be honest with you. You know, I like a restrictive draw, and I was really, the original Haku was way better than the Vienna in my opinion. But you see, again, it's my opinion. Ryan asks, is the drop solo worth the hype? Again, it's personal preference. You know, you've got guys, if you had to take 50 vapors, half of them would say the drop solo is good and half of them would say the drop dead RDA is good. Today the easiest way to explain it is like watching 4K on a 32-inch TV. There's almost no, if you're using the same coils, if you're using a variety of coils, there is a way to tell the difference. But if you're using the same coil on a drop solo and a Castle, your taste buds cannot tell the difference between. It's like watching 4K on a 32-inch TV. You cannot see the difference compared to 108p. But if you blow it up to 100 inches, that's the only way you can see the difference because of the pixel rates. And your tongue is it hasn't got the sensitivity for that of like for example a dog's nose. It's just, you're never going to pick up the difference. Anybody who says that they can, they're talking cock. Okay. Things you can pick up is your airflow, you know, how your airflow hits you, you know, those type of things you can pick up, and those, you know, but flavor, yeah, if you're using the same coil in the same device on two separate devices, you're very, very hard to tell the difference between the two. Like the billet box with a Kanga coil, that blows your boat. It blows your boat. I have to say, I use my billet box. I had to give the boxer to Uncle Rob back because he wanted to play with it, which is the new bridge coming for the billet box, and I couldn't find it, so I slapped a Kanga coil in here. Nothing wrong with it. No, it's good for one person. Is good for the other person. Yeah, Sarushan, you're right. I personally hated the Hadley. The Hadley was, in my opinion, was probably the most overrated RDA out there. I know that Cyclone is busy working on a new one, and I'll test it. But for me, the Hadley was cock. The Wasp Nano was way better than the Hadley. The Stormy. Where's my Stormy? I had it. Where's my Stormy gone? That's a problem. Where is my Stormy? That's a good little RDA. Now I can't find it. Where's my Stormy gone? Aha, there's my Stormy. This is a little good RDA. You can get them at the vape industry. It's made in Japan, single coil, really little, cost effective, single coil, restrictive lung hit. Really, if this is an aftermarket tip from Bearded Viking, really epic little RDA. Forgot I had that. I must put that back on. That was a really good audio. This was a find for me. You can see I've got a Nudge, the Nudge 22. This I can't remember what, the Caliber. I picked this up at VapeCon. You know, I've been to VapeCons. Obviously, we work there, but I've been to many VapeCons, and I could never find anything different to buy. Okay, yes, we do carry a lot of stock. This is one little epic squonker that I picked up. Quite an ingenious, because the battery fits in there, and the battery is actually your trigger mechanism. I'm just waiting for silver contacts to arrive. The battery is actually your trigger. Really, really cleverly designed. It comes from the Philippines, I think. Good device, that. What should I vape on? Let's vape on that. Yeah, that is true, Sarushan. You know, using different ATs, different types of coils, you know, until you find something that you like. The Stormy's I agree with Hardest. The Stormy's an absolute. I forgot that I actually had it. Thank you for bringing it up, because I was looking for an RDA what I was going to put on that Caliber, and I must put that on the Caliber. Yeah, I'm lucky. Uncle Rob stays very close to me, so I go and steal his stuff. I'm busy testing the new from Atmazoo. Atmazoo, they've come up with a new RDA, single coil RDA. I've got it on my Switch with the Ultim cap on it, single coil. Busy testing this at the moment for Uncle Rob, so he can give some feedback to them along with his feedback. So yeah, that is a bonus when you do have people that get ATIs from all over the world, and they allow you to use their stuff, which is nice. But yeah, you know, in our shop, if we've got something out and it's on one of our devices, you're more than welcome to try it. Shiraz, did you try out the Profile RDA? Shiraz, yes, I did. I've never been a big lover of mesh coils. Okay, now mesh coil being RDA. You know, we had the Cthulhu, and then there was another one that we had, which was an absolute, what was, I can't remember the name of it, was an absolute fail. This one, however, because you can use both the mesh and the mesh is right in this one. They've got the mesh right. I don't know how they gauge it, but the holes in the mesh, they've got this right with this RDA, on the Profile RDA. It does take a chunk of cotton, okay, and because there's so much surface area that is covered, it does produce a lot of vapor, but you've got to throw a lot of watts at it. At 30-40 watts, you're wasting your time. So if you've got a device that runs at like 80 watts, yeah, I found a happy place, probably about 75 to 80 watts for that RDA. But I was pleasantly surprised. The flavor was good. The vapor production was good. The big bonus is that it's quite simplistic to use for somebody who's new to RDAs and, you know, making the coils. This is easy. You just merely slide a piece over, tighten, slide the piece over, tighten, shove the cotton in, and you're A for away. Not a lot of work involved in it, and it's good. It's a good RDA. Holds that cotton. Obviously, it's got a chunky piece of cotton. Saturates well, because, you know, you can take good 10-15 pulls, good pulls off it before you need to touch up. It has got the squonk function, if I remember correctly. It has got a squonk pin, so you can squonk it as well. So yeah, no, it's a good RDA to play around with. I think we're just waiting for China to reopen Fogvlog, and then they'll be sending the stuff out to us. I know they did address the O-rings when it was juiced up, and they did sort that out, as well as it does come with the 510 drip tip converter for the top. That was a big problem. Logo kills it for me. Yeah, dude. There's China for you, but they always trying funny things. Where can I find an Apocalypse RDA? I don't even think we've got Apocalypses anymore. I don't think anybody in South Africa stocks them anymore. You know, Apocalypses have pretty much done their round. Yeah, couldn't tell you, buddy. Couldn't tell you, honest. Let's get to the next thing. You know, obviously owning a vape shop, we get a whole lot of things for testing and stuff like that. And, you know, we've gone through pod devices. Well, I actually don't know how many I've had and I've thrown away because they were absolutely cuck. And until this arrived, okay, the Orion is a pod device, okay. The thing with this device is it actually uses a DNA chip. There's a special name for the chip now. I'm just trying to replay chip or something. Let me just check the back. What is it called? Maybe Rob's watching. He can tell me what it's called. It's a special name for that DNA chip. Okay. Now, looks like a walkie-talkie. Eh? Hello, 10 for good buddy. It's got a 900 milliamp hour LiPo battery in it. It has 3 functions: low, medium, and high at the bottom. So obviously low power, medium power, high power. At high power, I think it pushes out 40 watts. 2 types of coils, 0.25 and a 0.5. Jury's still out there. DNA Go, that's it. Thank you very much, people. Jury's still out whether you can. I haven't tried Nick salts in it as yet. Okay, we've gone 12 milligram freebase nicotine on a 0.5 ohm coil, and it gives you a good hit. Produces a fair amount of vapor. It has got airflow control. There's a little airflow control ring up there. Easy to get the pod out. Okay, so that's the entire pod, okay, which is refillable. Haven't had them long enough to see how long the pod lasts yet, but what I'm hearing is the pods actually last fairly long. Okay, now Uncle Rob had them before we got them, and he wasn't too impressed with the 0.5 ohm coil, but I think he got a dud coil because we've tried the 0.5 coils and he said it was lacking flavor, but the ones that we've had are actually been quite, the flavor's been, oh, what have I done now? The flavor's actually been quite good in this. I think he got a dud coil there. USB charging at the bottom. Just slide that little thing over. Yeah, man. Yeah, slide that little thing over at the bottom there, and then you can USB charge your device at the bottom there. It comes in this silver carbon fiber. It comes in black carbon fiber. It comes in black with like a blue, what do they call that? It's like an oyster shell type one, and then a gold one with that. It's a nifty little device. Obviously it is a little bit of a costly device because of the DNA chip in there, etc. But yeah, the guys that have bought them are really loving them. The big bonus, which we only found out after the fact, is that the kit that we got, which is different to any other kit in the world, our one actually comes with 3 pods. It comes with a 1.5 installed and then 2.25 pods in your box. It also comes with a nice lanyard which you can attach. Where do I attach a lanyard to this? I'd like to find where I attach a lanyard to this, but it comes with a lanyard. I don't know where that goes. No place down there for it. Where the lanyard goes, God only knows, because I can't see any place that it can be connected to. So I don't know why the fuck they send you a lanyard. USB charging LiPo battery. really, really, really pleasantly surprised with it. Definitely outdoes the Breeze 2, in my opinion. What we are going to be trying in this is we're going to be trying the CBD liquid in this, which I think it's going to work really, really well in this, is the CBD stuff. So yeah, if you're in the market for a quality, long-lasting, not cheap made pod device, then this Orion will be just up your alley. I don't know if anybody's got anyone here. I think Rob might be the only one that I've seen tonight that actually owns one of these. So if he wants to chirp in, then let him chirp in. But yeah, good little device. That's all I've got to show you. So let's ask some questions. Ask me some questions, guys. Oh, that's lekker. Geek Vape Nova. No, I have not, Ryan. It has a band. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. Abalone, that's it, yes. No, we don't stock the Samsung 30Ts. Is there going to be an Ubuntu V2? My son is actually busy designing an RDA. He's at school still. Currently sitting in America, the little shit. My son is he's a boffin when it comes to AutoCAD, and that he does it at school. He's like one of those lighties that gets 100% for that subject no matter what he does. And he's busy designing a little 22mm RDA on the lines of the Ubuntu with just a couple of changes. So yeah, who knows? Yeah, we might have an Ubuntu V2, but it will definitely be a 22mm RDA. Kishan, there's a couple of guys that, you know, you've got freebase nicotine. Okay, so let's actually have a discussion on this. Okay, you've got freebase nicotine, and then you've got your nic salts, which has depending on where, there's a couple of different versions. Most guys use the one with benzoic acid in it too, that it cuts out the harshness of the nicotine, so it allows you to up to nicotine level without getting hit in the throat, which then you get mild, medium, strong, so depending on your throat hit. You must remember now is that if you're vaping on 3mg juice, okay, which in essence is 3% of volume, okay, you've only got 3 milliliters of nicotine in a 100ml bottle. As soon as you go up, and if you're using a mediocre type of nicotine, you might just get the hints of like a pepperiness, depending on the quality of the nicotine, okay, and whether the nicotine is oxidized or not. When it comes to salt nicks, okay, the average salt nick of a South African e-juice is probably 20 to 25 milligrams. Now do the mathematics. On a 100ml bottle, there's between 20 and 25% of 100mg nicotine in that bottle. A lot bigger chance of getting that peppery taste. So there, the quality of the nicotine comes into the forefront. You know, that the nicotine's been stored correctly, that it hasn't oxidized, that the juice is fresh. So you can get that chemical peppery taste from poor quality salt nicks. It's not the juice, it's obviously the nicotine, and that's yeah, that is a problem. We are launching exclamation question mark salt nicks, but the nicotine that we use in there is nude nicotine, which is one of the world's best nicotines, and you don't get the saltness, that peppery taste from it, purely because it's that good a quality nicotine. Yeah. Yeah, Zakia, why haven't you come live for a long time? Zakia, I've just had so much stuff on my plate. VapeCon, getting a new shop open. Then I damaged my back. I was a 47-year-old acting like a 21-year-old before going to VapeCon. Getting my kid ready to go overseas. Yeah, a whole lot of things. But we'll be back as a weekly thing from now on. So yeah, sorry about that. Okay, I'll look at that, Julian. Oh, Tabit. I think that's how you pronounce that name. Someone bought me a e-juice today in the shop, which I've vaped on. You know, a lot of guys have tried to make me a Dr. Pepper. Okay, and I've always laid that challenge out to anybody. You can make me a Dr. Pepper, a proper tasting Dr. Pepper e-juice, and I will put that into production under the Steam Masters logo. Okay, and today someone bought in an e-juice, a local mixer, that juice tastes 100% like Dr. Pepper. So you will be seeing a Dr. Pepper e-juice coming from Steam Masters. Tasted it, vaped it, finger taste tastes like it, and vaping it tastes just like a Dr. Pepper. So finally, I found a juice that I've always wanted somebody to make. I couldn't do it myself. He's obviously just hit the luck, and it tastes exactly like a Dr. Pepper does. Yeah, Surushan, I'm getting there. The doctor shat all over me when he found out what I'd done and that I didn't come home directly. What I can say, and this is going totally, well, it's not totally veering off the subject of vaping, but what I can say is that vaping, the people that I've met through vaping, and what vaping is doing from a community perspective was really came to the forefront for me at VapeCon after I hurt my back. I've made so many friends through vaping, and I just want to have a shout out to I call them my Muslim brothers and sisters. Okay, the guys from J&J's Emporium, and Juicy Licks and Ace of Vapes and those guys. You know, we were invited after I hurt my back. Their wives treated me like a god. They were always concerned, always offering to get me food if I had enough medication, you know. So yeah, just a big shout out to anybody who actually came and tried to assist, because I really was in pain. I should never have gone to VapeCon. You know, my back's only just now starting to feel comfortable. But to Yusuf, Yunus, I'm gonna miss somebody, Musa, Naeem, and your wives. You guys are really amazing people. You really looked after me really well. So if you do get to see this, I owe you all lunch or dinner when you come down. Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm gonna get the recipe, and we're gonna launch that juice. It's man, I just hope, because it's obviously been made in a small scale, so that I just hope when it upscales that it stays exactly the same. Because that, unfortunately, one is the thing with DIYing, is that mixing in small volume, as soon as you upscale a recipe, it can sometimes change, and I'm just hoping that doesn't happen. So yeah, hoping that's fine. Ryan asked thoughts on the Vupu V-Mate. Sorry, I can't give you my opinion on it. I know we stock them in the shop. I have not even had a chance to play with them. We're working on a whole lot of other projects, which has got me a bit sidetracked when it comes to testing stuff. I haven't heard any bad things on it, but Ryan asked, when is Mr. Juicy Licks being invited over to the show? He has an open invite. Naeem is such a humble man. and he is extremely intimidated by being on a live show. I've promised him that it'll be 100%, but yeah, hoping that one day he does come on the show. Why would you vape something that sounds like poop? Dr. Pepper doesn't sound like poop, Julian. Okay, we've been rambling on. You've got 6 minutes to say the word milk. If you haven't sent it already, the winner will get a 180 ml bottle of milk, which is, I can't believe how many bottles we've sold of it. And a lot of guys have been asking for it. I'll give away a 180 ml bottle of milk. Any other questions, guys? Oh, yes. Hashtag those who vaped, exclamation and question mark and that like it. We will be launching countrywide hashtag, which is another one in the series of the punctuation e-juice series. That'll be launching not this Friday coming, the following Friday countrywide, so look out for that. Ryan, you can't swear, my boy. you must use abbreviated words to use the word fuck. Okay, even I'm allowed to say it, you're not allowed to type it. So look out for that. I'll tell you, it is an apple. Nobody's been able to get it right. Some people have used some of the things. It's a green apple, so it's a tart green apple and apricot with some other fruits mixed in there, but those are the two prominent ones, and ice. Really, if exclamation was good, question mark was good, this is some of our best work. So look out for hashtag. And then I'm busy working on semicolon. So yeah, that'll be the next one to come. Obviously getting ready for summer. But yeah, so hashtag is a green apple, apricot. And it's a funny thing is when you get the green apple on the inhale with the ice, and on the exhale you get the apricot. It's really, really nice. And it goes through all the wattages. That's the same way. So it's quite a stable juice. So has everybody used the word milk? Let's do a random giveaway. So the screen is going to pop away. You should see that. Let's just see if this works. Last time it didn't work. Let me just try it. Okay, I'm going to roll it. Eligible users, come on. Regulars, no, why is that not working? Supporters. Let me just roll it and see what happens. There are no eligible users, come on. And you know when technology doesn't work properly, it's just a pain in the friggin' arse. Okay, let me just do it some other way then. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll just do it some other way. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go participants. Select all the participants. And select all the participants. You're just going to have to trust me for this, okay? Because I can't throw this on the screen, unfortunately. So I'm going to go to random.org. And I'm going to throw all the participants tonight into random.org. Random.org. Technology. And what do we need to go for here? Numbers, random drawings. Let's go to random drawings. Where are you now? Numbers, there we are. Okay, let me put all that into the what's name. going to click it once. And I'm going to click it twice. And Mr. Julian Lee van Coller, you have won a 180ml bottle of milk. Please get hold of me so that I can get your bottle out to you. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm going to have to get the techie okey pokey to come and have a look why this is not working. So, Julian, please get hold of me. You have won yourself a 180 bottle of milk. Yeah, so that's lackers. You will notice I'm going to be running a couple of competitions. So if you haven't followed it, please go and follow it. Okay, we have a Steam Masters. Let me actually just put that up here. So that you can get it. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm putting it up. We've got a Steam Masters, which is our distribution company. What do you mean? Paste. Send. Edit and try again. What must I do here? Let me delete that. I have no idea why it's not allowed. Yes, this thing's not working again for me tonight. I don't know why. Go look for Steam Masters on Facebook. It's our distribution company. I will be running a whole lot of competitions on there. We've got Chelsea, which is the Chelsea bun, 180ml bottle to give away. Exclamation, question mark, Apple Jacks, Milk Bacco, Milk Java, and then the new hashtag. I'm going to be running a whole lot of competitions over the next couple of weeks. So please have a look out for that and enter them, because obviously there's 180ml bottles of juice that's going to be up for grabs. Yes, Julian, you can Facebook me, PM me, fine. I can send it out to you. It's too dusty. Yeah, I know. I battled to get the camera working all out, so I'm going to have to get KBG, my techie okey pokey, to come and have a look and see why the thing's not working. It was working last time I used it, but obviously there's been Google updates and fucking this update and that update. But anyway, guys, we've been on for an hour and 2 minutes. I apologize again for not doing this sooner. Just, yeah, life's got away from me, unfortunately, but we'll make this a weekly thing now. I've got a whole lot of new stock arriving, which we can go through. But yeah, guys, thanks for actually tuning in. Appreciate it. Thanks for partaking. Remember to ask the questions next time. If you need any advice on devices or anything, I'm just a Facebook message away or WhatsApp message away. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. See you next week. Cheers, bye.